Actu debout, prenez votre temps et abonnez-vous à la chaîne, cela nous aide beaucoup et nous encourage à continuer à faire du bon contenu. Si vous aimez la vidéo, DONNEZNOUS un pouce en l'aimant, merci et profitez du reste de la vidéo.
I don't know how this is true, but it is being rumored that there is a coup in Ivory Coast. And at the moment, we actually do not know anything. We are just hearing there is a lot of information coming out that there was an internal coup in Ivory Coast and there is no internet. The internet has been switched off and it is alleged that it was an internal coup by the military who are now taking over the government. So we actually do not know how true this information is, but we are hoping that it is a true information that now Alassane Ouattara, a person who has been a threat to Ibrahim Traore, is being ousted out of Ivory Coast and the African nations are now rising. So at the moment we actually do not have a lot of information. I've heard this from South Africans, I've heard this from the people from Senegal, I've heard from so many people who are now posting and coming out. But now the problem is Ivory Coast doesn't have internet as we are talking now, but as the news come in, I'll keep you updated. But we are hoping that this is true because you know Alassane Ouattara has been a threat to Ibrahim Traore, trying to take him down.
It seems like the people of Ivory Coast got the memo. That's right. It's been reported, although unverified, that there has been a coup in Ivory Coast and that the president has been unalived, but this has not been verified, but there's several reports claiming because there's no internet in Ivory Coast. Now, the president is known to have been a stooge for the French, and it appears that a wave is sweeping across Africa. Africa needs to rid itself of the very thing that has been feeding off African blood, the West. The biggest enemy to Africa is the West. They have never had any good intentions in Africa. Not a single person has ever had good intentions in Africa. Not the missionaries, not the colonizers. Each one of them wanted something from Africans. From the time they discovered that there were people in Africa, they enslaved them. And even after the supposedly independence, what happened? They just continued exploitation, funding wars, funding coups, and all of that stuff. But now, you know what? Nothing remains static. Nothing remains the same. And it seems like the West is losing the battle for Africa. And it cannot come too soon. It cannot come too soon.
Hi, afternoon to all. Yesterday, 19 May 2025, were an internal coup in Ivory Coast. The president, Alassane Ouattara, might be killed or arrested at the moment. There is no internet at the moment. There is no internet connection. There is no visibility in Ivory Coast. So we, as the South African through the Solidarity Movement, we are watching the circumstances very carefully, because Africa is the only country in Africa to give America a chance to come attack Burkina Faso. So we are watching Ivory Coast very closely right now. You know, we are waiting the final results, see what happened in Ivory Coast.
This is the betrayer, the Judas among us here in Africa, the president of Ivory Coast, Ouattara. As you can see him with his wife, a French woman. Yes, he got married to a French woman, as you can see. And this lady is still the reason this man is still the president of Ivory Coast today. For 15 years, this man has been ruling Ivory Coast non-stop. And Western leaders are not calling him a dictator for ruling for 15 years straight. But they're after Ibrahim Traore for just ruling for 2 years and they're already calling him a dictator. And he's using Burkina Faso gold to protect himself and his regime. And take a look at this ring. This US general, Michael Langley, and his soldiers are currently in Ivory Coast right now. What are they doing in Ivory Coast? You know, before, when Western leaders unalive Thomas Sankara through his close friend, they used Ivory Coast. They penetrated through Ivory Coast. and the unalive Thomas Sankara. Right now, they are still using Ivory Coast to get Ibrahim Traoré, which I know they will keep failing. You see, Ivory Coast always produce Judas. Here in Africa, take a look at what is happening. They are penetrating through Africa, which Burkina Faso government said this few days ago, that this coup attempt, assassination attempt on Ibrahim Traoré, they penetrated through the same Ivory Coast, and this UN general in Ivory Coast right now, he was the one that accused Ibrahim Traoré of using Burkina Faso gold to protect himself. That this is the time to take away Ibrahim Traoré. He told US Congress. You see what is happening right now. I still don't understand why African leaders are getting married to French ladies. See this man, the president of Guinea, Mamadou. He got married to a French lady, and some of us are still wondering why this man. He took power forcefully like Ibrahim Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and Abdulhamid Tiani. But how come they are not friends? He's not getting close to Ibrahim Traoré and others. Why? Because he got married to a French lady. And these French leaders, Western leaders, always force our leaders here in Africa to get married to their daughters, so they can easily penetrate them, influence them. Take a look at this. In Ivory Coast, their president got married to a French lady, and French government are penetrating through them easily. Guinea right now, he got married to a French lady, and they are penetrating through him. French government are still influencing Guinea right now, and this is the reason these guys are not friends. Many of us are asking this question: why are they not friends? You can see the reason, because they are getting married to white women. French government always force them to get married to their daughters, so they can easily penetrate them. You know, women, they have power. They can easily penetrate. See what is happening right now. It's high time we ban African leaders from getting married to white women. Our women are here. They can get married to our women. What happens to our women here? You see what is happening. Even Ali Bongo of Gabon, yes, the former president of Gabon that ruled for more than 40 years, he got married to a white woman, an American woman, and they influenced, they penetrated through that woman. See what is happening right now here in Africa. You can see right now, this man is a Judas, a betrayer among us. Please, Ivory Coast youth, it's high time you guys get up. Get up. Tell your leaders they should stop. Nothing should happen to Ibrahim Traoré, because if anything happens to Ibrahim Traoré, na serious crisis, so na serious war we go see.
Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara, where are you right now? Come out. Where have you been? We are saluting all the revolutionists who went on the street to remove that puppy of America. We as African, we are saluting all of you. We are believing in all of you. We are looking at all of you. Through you, Africa will be free from its chain. Because that Alassane give American air base for drones to attack our Burkina Faso, our Niger, our Mali. Enough is enough now. I love all the Ivory Coast people who stood up against this dictator.